just give some fast facts about our channel. We are a how-to tutorial channel based in Vancouver, Canada. We mainly do how-to tutorials. There are vlogs, unboxings. That's pretty much the kind of videos that we put on our channel.
Mhm.
And our channel makes over 5 figures a month. I'll say in the beginning, when we used to say 5 figures a month, it was like more than $10,000, but now it's more than $15,000. And some months it's, I would say, over 20,000. So it can be a money generator. So here are my first 5, and Arit will share the next 5.
Yep.
10 total. How we got here, how we got the channel here. So, okay, number one thing that I would like to say about being on YouTube since 2015 is consistency is seriously the key. You've heard us say this over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
And I will continue to say it because it is very difficult for people to grasp and to do. And consistency with anything, it's not just with YouTube, whatever it is you want to achieve or do, consistency is the key. And you know, a lot of people, I saw something on a YouTube group where someone had a YouTube channel for like 7 years and she had like 384 subscribers. And she put in the chat, in the group, to everybody, you know, am I missing something here? I've been at it for 7 years and I only have 384 subscribers. And then people were chiming in and, you know, giving their advice and stuff. And the first thing that I saw was the lack of consistency in her videos. She was a travel vlogger, like a travel lifestyle vlogger.
Yeah.
And I saw, you know, one year she uploaded 3 times and another year she uploaded, like it was very inconsistent.
Yeah.
And you can only play the inconsistency game if your videos are so good. Like
Yeah.
a crazy quality documentary style, you're a storyteller, entertaining. I would say you can get away with uploading on a not consistent basis. But if you're that style of vlogger, you do need to be uploading consistently.
Even some of the channels that take a while to upload, like once every 2 months or whatever it is, right? They still have that schedule. Like they take a long time to produce that one video, but it's still every 2 months, you know? So it's consistency in that sense too. So
it's not impossible.
It's like, I just want to make that distinction between frequency of videos and consistency. We're talking about being consistent with your videos. Yes, you do, like, it's best if you can release more frequently, but if that's not sustainable, then you need to just stick with what you can release consistently, if that makes sense.
And I will say it's not impossible to be inconsistent and have success on YouTube. There are channels that definitely do that, but like I said, you need to be high on the quality chart. Like you need to have like really good videos, like blowout videos, like crazy ones, not just a regular vlog. That's not gonna get you very far. So consistency seriously is the key. It's the reason why it's number 1, along with other things, because I have seen people that like they upload every day, but then they still don't get anything. There are other factors that you need to put in as well.
Yeah.
Number 2, keep it simple with your setup until you can consistently upload and keep to your schedule. So a lot of people start off with a crazy setup. They buy all the gear, all the lights, they want a crazy studio, and then they get bombarded. They might not know how to use the equipment, they might not know how to use the gear, take too long to set up, files are too big, all that kind of stuff that has the ability to stop you. Keep it simple and grow from there. So for us, and you know, we keep saying this, this webcam is from 2016. It is 2022, about to be 2023, and we probably will not replace it until it dies.
Yeah, honestly.
You know, I want to keep it going. I want to just prove that this is a webcam from 2016, and I got it from eBay, and I think it was like not even fully the full version of Logitech because it had like Chinese writing when I bought it. So I might have bought the Chinese version or something. But you know, it's from 2016. This microphone, it does $40 on Amazon. Just a simple one.
Super simple plug-in USB plug-in mic.
Right? Things that can get started quickly, things that are small that can travel. We have upgraded. You have noticed that our videos are getting a better quality now because I've realized that I don't like all the crazy setup. It takes too much energy to set up a nice shot. And so we've outsourced that to a videographer now. We're at the point where we can outsource that. And we're going to be filming again on Sunday with him. And it's so nice to just walk in. He has it all set up. He sets up the room. And we just bring our notebook and he just record and then, okay, started. Okay, we're done. Boom, in 3 hours, we have 9 videos. And I want to do more this time. So keep it simple until you can master that. And then go ahead and level up and get as crazy as you want. But don't start off all crazy and then you can't produce content. You know what I mean? Go the other way around. Okay, number 3 tip from me is figure out what you want your channel to do for you. And that will dictate, in my opinion, that should dictate how you are going to set up and run your channel. Because if you want to be a Mr. Beast, it is going to be different than if you just want your channel to get you new clients.
Strategy-wise.
Or if you want your channel to sell merch.
Yeah.
Or something else. Like there's different strategies. I know it all seems like, oh, let's just go and become celebrity viral. No, it's not the case. I mean, we're not celebrity viral, but our focus is getting high quality clients and making sales and having, I was from the very beginning, I was like, you know, I want this channel to be my job and I want this channel to make money. And so you have to implement that. It's not just going to do it on its own just because you got a bunch of views and subscribers. You have to, this leads into my 4th point, learn the business of YouTube. There's YouTube and then there's the business of YouTube. And I find most people are gravitated more towards, let me just learn the YouTube, but not understanding like the business aspect of, you know, if you're wondering, why am I not making money on my channel? And it's like, well, are you selling anything? Do you have a product or service? Are you telling people to donate? Are you, you know, giving enough value in exchange that people feel the need to give you money? That's the business of YouTube. And it is integral if you want to make money on your channel. So that's number 4. And we always like to try and teach you the business of YouTube because we learned business first and then we got on YouTube.
Yeah, it's so important, the business of YouTube. I mean, it's just like it's like with any other, it's not just YouTube, it's any other business. You have a creative aspect of it, creating the content, and then you have the sale, making the sale. And it doesn't have to be selling a product or service. It's just that exchange of money for value can be in so many different ways. And so if that is your goal, if making money from your channel is your goal, you have to set it up like that from the start. It's not to say that it's too late if you haven't. You can always implement those things, but you have to know where you want it. Like you have to have that goal of what you want your channel to do for you in the forefront, because that dictates what you do on your channel. That dictates the strategy of the channel.
And, you know, the business of YouTube, when YouTube announced that they're going to be monetizing shorts, what light bulb in my head? Yeah. Okay, I'm doing shorts now.
Essetino's doing shorts. Yeah. Let's go.
Because I was not going to do shorts if it wasn't monetized, just because it wasn't going to be worth my time. Now it's worth my time because, you know, I'm very curious to see like what they're going to pay out. And I'm not creating any new content per se. I'm repurposing all the content. Last one for me before we pass it on to Ari is be authentically yourself. Don't, if unless you are some actress or actor and that's like you want to do different roles and stuff like that, be yourself, be authentic, be who you are. What you see, how I talk is how I will talk to you in real life and how I will act. I do this, I do all the hand things.
It's true. I can confirm. I can confirm this
I'm
is true.
pretty much the same in real life, and I've been commented on that. You know, people who see the videos first and then they meet me in real life, they're like, "Oh, you're just like your videos. You look and just act like your videos." And it's
Yeah.
like, thank you. I think that's a compliment because a lot of people try and trick you and be someone else and stuff like that.
Put on this fake persona and charisma, and when that's not who you are.
We've said this before. If you think you need to be like something or someone to get the likes, subscribers, views, and stuff, but you are not actually like that and you don't like being like that, eventually that's going to kill your soul. And then you're going to get like depressed and not want to do your channel anymore. So that's why we say just be real, be yourself, and the people that like it are going to watch you.
Yeah, being yourself is enough, guys.
Those are my 5 tips on how we got
amazing.
to 50,000 subscribers and our channel making good income.
Guys, hit the like button if this has been helpful, if you're enjoying the tips. I'm going to keep going here. So one from me is don't be so hard on yourself if you miss a video. So I think this is huge because sometimes we like our YouTube channel is this like big weight, emotional weight sometimes, and we place a lot of emphasis on it, and rightfully so because we want it to grow. We enjoy it. You should be enjoying it if you're releasing videos on the channel. If you get too hard on yourself, if you get disappointed that you didn't do something that you were supposed to do for the channel, it's okay. And know that it's okay and just move on. Just get back up and move on. Okay, what's the next plan for releasing the next video? I've seen it so many times where, people let go because they didn't release a video and then they get down on themselves. And then the same thing happens next week because they were down on themselves. And then it just ends up being the stack of weeks go by without any content being released on the channel. So it's okay. Don't be so hard on yourself and just get back up and try to remove that emotional weight or that emotional attachment because that could prevent you from, number one, being consistent on the channel. The next one from me is, and this goes out especially to those of you who are really into planning and being meticulous and you have perfectionistic tendencies and that sort of thing, because these are tips coming from me, and what has helped me continue on with the channel is to not watch other people's videos for the purpose of creating your own videos. So like for me, what has kept me going is not going down this tunnel or this hole of watching other people's videos in order to create my own, because I know that would prevent me from it would either prevent or complicate the way that I create the content, because I'd get too in my head about it. And in fact, if I'm just creating it from scratch from myself without watching other people's videos on that topic that I'm about to create, it's going to be more unique. It's going to come out more authentically. It's going to be a different piece of content out there in the ether on YouTube that is different from other people, because I'm not just regurgitating or, copying someone else's content. So another way of saying that is don't do the same thing. Don't copy other people's, videos or the way that they produce content. Make it your own. And
because you're just going to get lumped in with them and you're going to be like, oh, this person's trying to be like this person.
Yeah, we don't want to create like clones of all the same, having all the same videos and that sort of thing. It's people are coming to your channel, to your video because of the way that you explain things and the way that you're different. So own that. And absolutely watch other videos. Like I watch some videos sometimes just to get inspiration on certain topics, or to see like the comments of the people and what they're saying and how I can answer some of those questions that people are having on that topic in my video. So I'll use it in different ways like that. But, you know, for the purposes of like watching a video to go and create your own and do something similar, stay away from that. Authentic, real, raw content is what works on YouTube.
And there are actual big YouTubers that I have heard them say that they don't watch other people's stuff. They will type in like the keyword or whatever and see what the title is of their video, but they won't actually watch it because, like Arit said, they'll get influenced and they might get in their own head, and they would rather just do it their own style, and then they might watch it afterwards. But for the most part, and these are like big YouTubers that you guys may have seen before, they don't do it either. And it's like it's very similar to in marketing. When you're marketing your course, they don't want you, like, one of the things that we learned was don't title your course the same as that other person, because then they're going to compare it, the same title, and they're going to go, okay, which one's cheaper or whatever. You know, you want to go like the complete opposite direction, and try and get them that way.
You know that really common stock image of all the fish, the blue fish going in one direction, and then there's like a red fish going in the opposite? Be the red fish, right? Do something completely different, because if you're going in that same direction, it's just you're going to get muddled. People, you know, it confuses the viewers to know what to watch, and other people might win, you know, your competitors might win. Competitors, I say, I don't like using that word, but it's just always good to produce your own unique content. Always good. All right. So next thing is, don't feel like you have to jump on absolutely everything you need to do as a YouTube creator and jump on every new feature that comes out, especially if you haven't mastered the basics yet. And basics are consistency, great content. I would say those are like the two main things. And then you can layer, for example, SEO, if that's a strategy you're doing, or other things, right? Content is king. You have to produce great content and do it consistently. But don't feel like, you know, there's so many other things we need to do as creators, like thumbnails and like shorts.
I didn't pin a comment, or
pinning comments.
And I didn't share it on that area.
Share it on other platforms, right? There's so many things that we need to do. And to be honest, we don't do like a lot of those things. Like we haven't done shorts, right? This is the first time that, like, you know, for the first time, we just started shorts.
And 3 weeks ago.
And it's been around for a really long time already, right? And we don't, you know, sit there and share our videos on all of the platforms. I'm not saying these things are bad. I'm just saying don't get too overwhelmed by feeling like you have to do everything, because a lot of people that we talk to when they're starting and growing their channels, they get so overwhelmed by the fact that they're not doing some of these things that it stops them, right? They end up not doing it at all. It's procrastination. It's defeating. It's disappointing. So again, I'm talking about like this emotional aspect of being a content creator, because I think it's so important. Hence all of the burnout stories that happen on YouTube. So yeah, like if you don't have capacity for it, if you don't enjoy doing it, it's okay. You can still be successful without jumping on that next thing.
Like, for example, we have a client and he does like movie compilations, and he asked us, should I do live streams as well? And I said, well, do you have bandwidth for that? And then he's like, well, it takes him a long time to do a video, because he's doing movie clip compilations, meaning he has to watch the movie, find the clip of whatever the scene, and then compile them. So it takes a long time. And we're like, no, don't do it right now. You don't have the bandwidth, you know?
Yeah.
If you feel like it one time, sure, try it out, test it out, but it's not necessary.
Yeah. All right, 2 remaining things. So next is, we've said this before as well, but I'll say it again. Pay attention to what works on your channel and double down on it. So pay attention to those videos that are going viral in your world, whatever that means, right? People are loving it, a ton of views on them, likes, that kind of thing, and do more of that, because that is a clue that there's demand for that topic, and also it for in the way that you explain things. We did that with Etsy, right? When we had that Etsy video, people loved it. We saw there was such a huge need for for resources in terms of being a seller on Etsy and not knowing how like payments work and everything. So right after that happened, we created all these other videos around the same topic. And the same thing with our Adobe Acrobat tutorials, the PDF design. And we wouldn't have gotten there. We wouldn't have had a video that does really well if we didn't try new things and release new videos on new topics that we haven't done yet. So that's important as well, right? Is having this mix of releasing videos that your audience really loves and double down on it. And then the other aspect is just continue to produce new topics, new pieces of content, things that you haven't done before. Just change one thing here, one thing there, or do something completely different, but always experiment with new things as well.
Mm-hmm. Once we find one type of video that does well, we just go all in on every single aspect of that thing.
Yeah.
Like Camtasia, like Amazon FBA, like Adobe, like Etsy. And I'm sure you guys see the trend on the channel. Like, I'll release a tutorial. It'll get like 20 views or something.
Yeah.
But I know that this is going to rank in the search, and it's going to make Google ad revenue, and it's going to get us clients. So I like know the game so well that it does not faze me that I get like 20 views or something on. Actually laugh. I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be so funny because this video has less than 50 views, but it's going to make me thousands, and it's going to get me awesome clients.
Yeah, it's happened so many times over and over again, and for our clients as well. It's not just our channel. Okay, so the last thing here is comments. Let's talk about comments. I remember when I tune into the comments every so often when I see the notifications pop up on my phone. But when I was responding to comments regularly, I really just hearing those comments where viewers are saying, thank you so much. Like, this has been a godsend. I always see that word, a godsend. This has helped me out so much. Like those comments where it's not just a thank you, but you could really feel the gratitude coming out of that comment. That is like, it's a small thing, but looking back on that, it's what encouraged me to just keep going with this channel. Like, it's thinking about that person who said, thank you so much. And just like, it's so encouraging to just keep creating new content because of those viewers that leave those comments. So this tip is all about focusing on the good comments, because we all know there can be other bad comments, the other side, the flip side. We just saw one come in, like just before this live stream.
It was so funny because Marie was writing out the tips, and I was like, I wrote my 5. Do you want to write the next 5? And so she's writing them, and then she's talking about the last tip about, focusing on the positive comments. And no joke, like a hater comment comes in and talks about Urit's eyes.
Yeah, on one of the videos.
If you have like like when you're laughing, or what is it? One eye goes smaller than the other or something.
I don't think I need to be laughing. I think it's just regular.
Yeah, just one eye is smaller.
Like The Rock.
She has the thing with The Rock, and he commented, and it's like a total hater comment. It was like, what was it? I can't even remember what it was.
I don't remember because I just looked at the first few words and I just laughed.
Oh, yeah. Are you squinting, or did you develop like some sort of disease? I don't want to say what it is, but that's how mean people can be. And I personally, if you look at my 2015 to 2018 videos, I look different, right? Because like I was heavier back then, and I lost a lot of weight. And on those videos, man, I would get comments like crazy about my weight, like just flat out calling me fat and just some crazy names and some crazy stuff. And I initially, yeah, I was like, kind of hurt, but it was like, I tried not to let it get to me. But at the end of the day, you realize it doesn't matter, like,
Yeah.
how good you are, how much free value.
It comes with the territory.
People are just gonna always do hate comments, and we just laugh at that right now. And it's like, it just goes to show, like, honestly, what kind of person they are. So I know hate comments is like a thing that people that it holds them back.
Yeah. Just know that it's expected. It comes with the territory, but just focus on those good comments, because those are the ones that are going to encourage you to keep going. And if you notice, a lot of these tips, a lot of my tips, I think some of yours too, Jewel, they're all like, it all relates back to doing these tips because it helps you keep going. It helps you with number one, staying consistent.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, it all comes down to that. So I'll leave it off with this. Do YouTube the way that you need to do YouTube that will allow you to do it consistently.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's different for everybody.
Yeah.
Totally different. Everybody has that's why we're always like, we don't say that our routine is for you. You have to find your routine. But we do notice like certain things that stop people, like the gear thing, and we've actually had some people where they had the crazy setup, but they're simplifying it because they're realizing that they don't need all that, and they kind of see like our channel, and we're like not crazy with our gear at all. Not that it's bad. It's not bad. It's just when it's stopping you, that's when it's bad.
Yeah, exactly. So those are our 10 tips, guys. All of these things
learned
that have gotten us to that
1,000
honestly
subscribers, and it has given us the life that I have been asking for. Like, when I was young, when I was a kid, I had this thing where I was like, I want a fun, exciting, cool, unique life, and I want a job that I love. I have all of that. And I keep saying this. I keep saying I feels like I'm just getting started, because it does. It just always feels like there's new levels.
Awesome.
Cool. All right.
All right, everyone. Have a great evening, rest of the day or morning, wherever you're watching from. Bye.
Bye.